What are your thoughts on ivermectin? What do you think of it as a drug for COVID in general?
So very safe. I mean, I have a much more difficult time with antibiotics in terms of side effects. Side effects I'll see occasional diarrhea. I'll see occasional blurry vision, but it goes away when you stop taking the medicine. And that's for the high doses. I've given it to thousands of people, so I know I can attest to its safety. When I started using it, I went to the FDA's website to look into the toxicity data. That's where they submit toxicity data to the FDA before it gets approved. And there's a benchmark number called the LD50, and that stands for lethal dose 50. That's the amount of drug that you can give to a lab animal that would kill 50% of the lab animals. And the lower the number, the more toxic the medication. So the doses that we used for COVID were higher than what you would use for treating a parasite, but they were far lower than this LD50 number. So for COVID, generally we're using 0.4 milligrams per kilogram. And then the LD50 though is depending on the animal, but around 25 milligrams per kilogram. So it's far exceeded. And the other thing I did before I started using it was do a literature search trying to find accidental and intentional overdoses from ivermectin. Couldn't find any studies showing that. Whereas if you go and look for Tylenol, you'll find hundreds, if not thousands of studies about Tylenol toxicity. So very safe. Safe enough that I think it should be over the counter because patients are basically going to the feed store to get it. So they're taking the animal version, which I think if the animal version were dangerous, we'd know by now. But still, I mean, we're in America. People shouldn't have to go to the feed store to get medication.